everyone, welcome to Glam. It's been a while I did a perfume video. So today we're going to talk about this Indian perfume brand called as Neesh Perfumes. Neesh has perfumes for women as well as men actually in their range. When I bumped into this Neesh perfume brand, right, it's an Indian brand, I was actually very keen to see if their fragrances are long lasting, if their fragrances are as per their claim, because the Neesh perfumes, right, they have been curated by some very well known perfumers, globally renowned perfumers like Christophe Renaud, Nanako OG. So I was really keen to see what kind of fragrance range they have come up with, right? But just going through their website, it wasn't very easy for me to go and pick up any of their fragrances because all their fragrances have been described very well. They are very captivating, and it's like you would instantly feel like you need to buy that perfume, right? And they are slightly expensive. Okay, they are ranging between 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. The 50 ml bottles range anywhere between 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. So I really didn't want to go and randomly pick up a fragrance because I may not like the fragrance right after picking it up. That said, Neesh Perfumes has a very good policy. They have a 7-day return policy actually. So whenever you pick up a perfume, you can actually open the bottle, you can test the fragrance. If you don't like the fragrance, right, you do have a return policy. You can return that fragrance, pick up another fragrance, or you can ask for 100% refund as well. I found that policy pretty unique and pretty good, especially in the perfumes. You don't get a return policy at all in most of the brands because you open it and you use it, right? So it's a non-returnable product most of the time. But this one is very unique in that sense. But that said, I really wanted to pick up their discovery set, right? Because it will have all the fragrances in a lower quantity maybe, but it will still have all the fragrances. So a package looks something like this, and it has all the fragrances here. I picked up the women range. Product comes in a packaging something like this. Now it has 6.5 ml of the fragrance, each of the fragrance that we get in the women's range, right? It has 6.5 ml of the product, and I feel that it's pretty adequate because if you really want to try and test the product, then 6.5 ml goes a long way. You can check whether it's long lasting, whether it's really appealing to you, if the fragrance is wonderful. You can test it for a bit, and if you want to pick up any of the bigger size product, you could go for that based on this discovery set, right? So I really thought that the discovery set is a good option for me. The discovery set cost me 2,500 rupees, and this one is called as the Miss Neesh Closet. So first up, I'd like to talk about the Neesh Pink Lotus perfume. Now for this one, right, the tagline is turns a lady into a goddess if not already one. Now the brand describes this as a floral scent because obviously it's called Pink Lotus. It needs to have floral notes to it, right? But apart from that, they call it as a scent which really makes you feel like a diva. Basically, they describe this as a sophisticated scent with timeless elegance, right? And they also call it as a floral scent like freshly bloomed lotus. The top notes of this is very powdery, and the heart notes is of course that of lotus, and the base notes is of white musk. So it does settle down into a musky scent actually. And coming to the fragrance itself, right, if you look at the description, you would feel that wow, I mean, what kind of a scent it would be. It would perhaps be the best scent in this range because I usually gravitate towards floral scents, and I really wanted to pick up the full size of pink lotus going by the description of it. And when they say things like, you know, it will transform into a goddess, etc., you definitely would feel that, wow, I mean, let me try this, right? But after really using the scent, I do feel that it doesn't exactly have a very good floral fragrance. And I'm not even sure if this is the Lotus fragrance as such, because I'm not very convinced about the way the scent smells. Okay, so to me, I mean, it could just be me, but to me, it smells something like pan, the fragrance of pan, right? So that's how I'm getting the notes of it. I could be completely wrong. I don't know if they have added something in this which is giving that kind of a note, but I wouldn't prefer the pink lotus one. I don't really think this will suit my style, but there could be other people who would like this. I definitely recommend that to test out the niche perfumes, you go for the discovery set first, go through their range and see which one will really suit you, and you can go and pick that one up. So I would really give this a pass. Next up, I'd like to talk about their second scent. This one is called as Charmi with Love, and the tagline of this is for the girl who never gets boring. So I really like their taglines because it kind of motivates you to pick up the perfume. And coming to the notes of this one, right, this one has mostly fruity notes. Going by the description of the notes, it's more fruity because the top notes consist of pear and tangerine. The heart notes consist watermelon, sea salt, strawberry, apple, such kind of notes. The base notes consist of musk, amber, and so on, right? So this one is definitely going to be a slightly bit more fruity in its scent. And definitely, as the name suggests, it's a very fruity and breezy. Yeah, it's a very fruity and breezy scent. Definitely the watermelon notes from it, right? It comes out very strongly. So it's like you're walking in a fruit garden or something. This fragrance is good. So if you're into fruity notes, right, you would definitely like this because it's kind of refreshing, especially during summers, etc., right? This one is quite refreshing. You would feel that you have something on, a perfume, a good scent on you. Yeah, definitely it's more fruity, it's more girly. Basically, it's a youthful, feminine kind of a perfume. So if you like that kind of a scent, then Charmi with Love will suit you. Next up, I'd like to talk about this fragrance called as Meher. The notes of this one is mostly fruity as well as floral. Now, I don't really like a blend of fruity and floral. I like perfumes which are either fruity or floral, right? Because then you can pick and choose which one you really want to go for. When they blend it like this, right, I feel that the notes will neither be here nor there. Okay, but let me check how the notes of this one is like. Yeah. So this one is a slightly strong scent actually. So it does have top notes of a few fruits as well as in floral it has jasmine notes in it. In the top notes it has jasmine, bergamot, saffron, passion fruit, etc. In the middle notes it has red berries, amberwood. In the base notes it has sandalwood and musk. So yeah, definitely it has very musky, floral, fruity notes to it. Now the brand calls this as an irresistible fragrance which makes you feel happy, confident. But in my view, I don't really like this type of fragrance a lot. So Meher is definitely, I don't know if a young and youthful crowd also will like this because it's slightly heavy actually. The fragrance is slightly heavy, it sits on you. And sometimes if you get headache with very strong scents, right, then the Meher isn't going to suit you. But again, if you pick up the discovery set and check out the fragrances for yourself, right, then you would know which one is really your favorite. But for me, Meher didn't work. Next up, I'd like to talk about the fragrance called as Pashmina. Now, as the name suggests, right, it's more like silk. So the top notes of this one is black pepper, saffron, rum and silk. The heart notes is sage, rose and carnation. The base notes is leather, patchouli and sandalwood. Fragrance of this one, it's definitely going to be a little heavy. Now this one, as the brand claims, is curated by Nanako Oji, who is a globally renowned perfumer. It's a complex blend of notes, you guys. I don't know how exactly they have formulated this fragrance. It's strong. It's a strong scent, and it's good also. So for those of y'all who like long lasting strong scents, I'm sure that you would like Pashmina. Brand calls this as a scent for someone who is bold and fearless. Again, as I said, since I am not into these type of scents, it could be just me, I'm not sure, but again, Pashmina also didn't work for me. Next up, I'd like to talk about the rose and caramel scent. As the name suggests, the top notes of this one has to be fruity and chocolatey. The heart notes of this one is rose and sugar. The base notes of this one is vanilla and caramel. So as the name suggests, it's going to be very chocolatey and caramelly like, so it's definitely suitable for younger youthful girls. But the brand calls this as a scent for the red carpet. So let me just yeah, now this one is also curated by celebrity perfumer Christian Provenzano. Yeah, so this scent is good for those of y'all who prefer rose caramel kind of a fragrance, right? This one will really be good. It's also long lasting, and it's not hard hitting kind of a scent. Any one of us would like this caramelly chocolatey kind of fragrance, right? So this fragrance is actually suitable for all, if you ask me. But definitely, is it for a red carpet? I mean, I'm not sure if it is being overhyped out here, but rose caramel fragrance is good, and I would definitely prefer, if I'm picking up a full size, then I think rose caramel will work for me. From a packaging perspective, the Discovery set is very basic packaging. Actually, it comes in a packaging like this, and all the bottles are inside. I wouldn't really call this as a very classy packaging, and from a price point, it's priced at 2,500. Now there are many brands in the market which have similar Discovery sets, but they are not so highly priced. So I'm not sure why Neesh has priced it so much. Maybe because they have tied up with celebrity perfumers, right? So obviously they would charge us more. But going by the fragrance range itself, I'm not completely convinced about the Neesh perfumes range. I feel that after having tied up with such celebrity perfumers, they could have come up with a much better range, to be honest. That said, it's still a good attempt by an Indian brand, because we usually feel that we lack that kind of a competency, right? So I definitely feel that this is a good start, good beginning, and I hope that Neesh perfumes comes up with even better fragrances in future. So that's about it, guys. I hope you liked my review on this perfume range from Neesh Perfumes. If you did like my video, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please keep coming back to Glamco for more, as I have many more content lined up for you. Thanks again, and bye.